Ronell Nolan, President, CEO, Health Agents to America, coming to you live this Monday. It's a new year, and we have new things that's going to happen, and we all need to have a new attitude. So what are you going to do? Every Monday, I come to you and I tell you what HAFA's going to do, what I'm going to do. I need to ask you what you're going to do and how you're going to help. Now's not the time to put our head in the sand. Now is the time to just trudge forward, work hard, keep our industry strong. We need more members. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. I need you to reach out to at least one colleague. If you each did that, we would double in size, and it would be monumental. It would give us more voice, more power, especially going forward when we need it most. So the second thing, because I just asked you to recruit a member, is to find our friends on the Hill. What I want you to do is start thinking about your state and who you might know personally, who you might think could be a friend of ours on Capitol Hill. And we need to start making that new list. We need to find friends, and it doesn't matter what party they're with. We need to find friends that may be in our industry. They may have family in our industry. They're our friends. They understand us. And that will be our first group that we'll go to. We'll start making some new friends and sharing our message on Capitol Hill. I do have 2 meetings this week with CMS. Very important. If you can share some suggestions or something that happened during open enrollment for the individual market, if you could email me by the end of the day, I would sincerely appreciate it. Just let me know what happened or a suggestion that you would make going forward. So you all know HAFA has a place at the table, and we will continue to be your voice. We have a very exciting webinar coming up next Wednesday at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time on the Omnibus budget, the 593 pages by Angie Sura of Navigate HCR. Even though some part of it was about the budget, there were certain things that included things that affected us personally as agents, our industry, our clients. And I've asked Angie to put together an hour educational piece just to let us know what we need to know. She's very wonderful. She's agreed to do that for us. Know that this is too late to do a CE. I can't get that done in that short period of time, but I didn't want to wait later than we have in getting this information to you. You need to know. I mean, we also know the, the commission piece is in there. Balance billing is in there. Short-term medical transparency is in there, and several other things that Angie has brought to my attention that I want her to share. Also note that we moved the Power Hour to this Wednesday. Of course, a lot of things were happening last Wednesday. You need to register. You need to register for this year in order to get on the system to be able to send you updates. But register for that. Register for the Omnibus class next week. So register for both of them. Very important. This Wednesday, we're going to let you have the floor. We're going to talk about what you think is going to happen going forward with elections, some items about what was included about the commission transparency piece. We're going to talk about that. We're just going to have some open and honest discussion with our members. I know a lot of people have sent me some emails and they're very upset, and you deserve to be very upset. But we're going to give you the opportunity and the floor to talk about it. Also, note in this Monday morning news, there's a link to an Aca Reporting for employers by SyncStream, one of our partners, on January 21st at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I try to do ours and stay consistent 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we do our CE and classes, so you always kind of know where we're going to be. Some things I want to share with you. There's 5 ways a Democratic trifecta could change the healthcare market. Public option could be one. Expanding the Affordable Care Act. Working on drug pricing. Surprise billing. Those are 5 things that were discussed in an article in this Monday News by Insurance News Net. Also by Benefits Pro. Sorry, I had to find it. Benefits Pro, Biden's first challenge, undoing some administrative healthcare policies. What are some of the things he's going to try to do right away? We know even if one party has House, Senate, and President, in the past it has proven very hard to pass anything, especially as important as healthcare. But we also know that President Trump did some changes by his pen that also Biden could undo. One thing that you might want to watch for is a reversal in the short-term medical. And I think that's kind of proof in the pudding in the fact that it was included in the budget bill and passed. So we're going to watch for that. I do have an email to Agents for Hope, our partner, to find out how they feel about the legislation that was included in the budget, and maybe that they want to do a meeting for us or want to be included in our Power Hour in February and give us their updates. Democrats are concerned about the High Court's decision and how the new conservative majority might rule. There's a lot that can be done, but it won't be done easy or fast. Changes that Biden can make. And one thing that they'll try to work on because of the time-sensitive issue is the surprise billing. Now, I have reached out to CMS and will this week. There were parts of the commission transparency that did say the secretary shall create regulations. So I will be talking to them on what do they think that will look like. And then, to be honest, how does that change with the new administration after the 20th? Who gets changed? Who gets moved? It won't be the people like Dean, I'm almost positive, but it could be some people at the very top. And how does that affect us going forward? Another thing that you'll find in this Monday News is the FSA relief is included also in the budget. So we'll be talking in New Synergy about that. But if you want to read that article, that's in there. CMS reported that 8.2 million signed up for the ACA health coverage in 2021. And 11 state insurance commissioners provided a 12 ACA policy recommendations for President-elect Biden. Now, one of the commissioners from Pennsylvania had some not so nice things to say about agents and brokers. If you were from Pennsylvania and you can help me get an appointment with her, I would love to sit down, introduce us, and change her mind about how she feels about us. But read that article, kind of wrap your brain around some of the things that they are proposing being changed by some Democratic commissioners of insurance in some respective states. The NAIC has a new rule about rebating. That's included. Take a look at that. That would allow rebating. I'm going to be doing a deeper dive into that to find out how that affects, states that already have legislation in place. Most states have said rebating is a bad thing. Maybe the NAIC is saying it's not a bad thing. We'll have to do a little bit deeper dive into that. And then the PPP is reopening for new and existing borrowers. So there are some presentations on that we've included in the Monday Morning News, and we'll be learning more about that. What I'd like to ask you is if you have any speakers, you see any webinars that are going on that you think that would help our membership, please, please, please let me know. It's not all about us. It's about, a village. It's going to take a village. And the more we can learn from everybody, the better. If you have an attorney that would like to speak on the budget or about a specific part about the commission transparency, please reach out. And I will continue to reach out. I'm reaching out to insurance companies. I'm reaching out to departments of insurance. I'm reaching out to everyone that I think could give us some insight on going forward. How do we, make sure that we comply with this law, this federal law. Again, I'm going to say that I think that most of you are already doing this. You're already reporting to your clients your commissions. You're already breaking it down. The only part that we're going to have a problem with is if you receive anything from the insurance companies in excess of the commissions or from any other entity, that we make sure to disclose that, and we have to learn how to disclose that in the proper way. So we'll be learning more about that. We'll be finding out more about that. And then on the short-term medical, it's going to be up to the insurance companies to notify clients. But we're going to have to know how that affects us, how it affects us in the selling process. Are they going to disclose that prior? They're going to disclose it prior to the sale, so we know that. But, how is that going to happen? Are we going to have somebody sign off so they understand the commission part of it? I still say that short-term medical plays a role. I think that all products play a role. They're not perfect for everybody, but as the ACA premiums continue to rise, and until that changes, and I don't see that changing, people that are above 400% of poverty cannot afford individual health insurance. So they're looking for other ways, whether it's a Christian ministry plan, whether it's short-term medical if they're healthy. They're looking at other options, and it's our job to make sure that we understand and we are educated and we are transparent about all options and how it affects good, bad, ugly. That's our job. That's what we've always done. It's nothing new. But hopefully I've given you 12 minutes of entertainment, helped you just a little bit. Know that it's a new year. As soon as we can get to Washington, we'll get to Washington. Right now is probably not the best time to be there, but as soon as it's safe, we will. I'll be taking a group. I've had several emails saying, when are you going? Know that when I go to Washington, each one of you are invited, everyone. We don't have money to be able to afford to send people like some of the other associations. It's on your dime, but know that you will have the opportunity to speak, to talk to legislators, and so be thinking about that. If that's like a trip you'd like to make, we try to make sure we visit with the legislators that we have constituents with us. So if we have New York, we go New York, New Jersey, California. Whoever we have with us, we go and visit those folks. Until next Monday, have a wonderful week. For those in North Louisiana and those that don't know from other states who might not get snow all the time, Louisiana is getting snow. Some have a lot of snow. The ground is covered. It looks like a winter wonderland. Not where I am. My backyard is full of a big pond. It's been raining like crazy. No snow for me, but at least I get to look at everybody else's snowy pictures and beautiful pictures. But until next Monday, stay safe. Proud and honored to represent the HAFA freedom fighters, the cream of the crop, the best of the best. Ronell Nolan, President, CEO, Health Agents for America, the fastest growing agent association in the nation.